Your sewing skills have nothing to do with the way the garment sits on you. You might have years of experience. You can be great when it comes to sewing, yet the garments still don't quite sit right because it's not a sewing problem. It's a design problem. When most people say sewing, they mean the entire process of clothes making. To me, sewing is just stitching. When I say clothes making, I mean the whole entire process, from coming up with ideas to drafting patterns to making test garments and then adjustments during the fitting and then finalizing the pattern and then, yes, some sewing and then having the actual garment ready and then wearing it and analyzing what works, what doesn't, adjusting the pattern, making it again, and repeating the process as much as you need until you get to your perfect design. That's the true beauty of clothes making. It's not just stitching. And the reason why I distinguish sewing from clothes making, because this is a full big process and sewing is just one part of it. And how you sew something doesn't really matter. You can sew by hand, you can use different machines, you can finish edges with a zigzag stitch or use an overlocker or a bias stitch. You can use French seams. This doesn't matter because the result is the same. It's a seam. What actually matters is the shape of the pieces that you are stitching together. This is where garments succeed or fail, and this is my area of expertise. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Liza Bennett, designer, educator, and co-founder of Arkdefo, where we teach women how to design clothes based on their individual measurements, not how to copy ready sewing patterns. If you think pattern drafting is difficult, I'm here to tell you it's not true. It usually feels complicated because you are taught in a fragmented way. We teach a clear, structured method that makes pattern drafting logical and easy to follow, so you can create everyday clothing easily. We teach online, and all the courses content is available immediately after purchase, and you can learn from anywhere in the world at the time and pace that suits you. You'll find all the details via the link below this video. Here is the thing: you can be technically excellent. Your seams are perfect, finishes are perfect, construction impeccable. And if the fit is wrong, the garment will still look and feel wrong, because no level of stitching skill can fix the design that was never meant to fit you in the first place. If you've been following us for a while, you know that I always talk about the basic pattern blocks. These blocks are based on your individual measurements. They include your posture, any you specific imperfections. And once you master your individual block, you can design any sewing pattern you want, and the garment always fits you because it has your body in it. You stop guessing, you just start creating. And here's a catch that ready patterns miss. Let's talk about tops, for example. Every single top, from a bra to a coat, is based on the same idea of basic block. The general principle, the starting point is the same. But these blocks won't only be different for different measurements. It's not just about the grading. They will also be different for different body types. This is a pretty standard bodice block. This is a bodice block for someone with wider waistline and potentially a bigger belly. This is a bodice block with someone with very small, almost flat chest. This is a bodice block for someone with larger breast. This is a bodice block for someone with larger waist. The main difference in all of them, of course, is in the front, because this is where the boobs are and this is where the majority of changes are. This is a standard block. This block is completely different. So is this one. So is this one. So is this one. And that's why we can't have the same standard block for all the different bodies, because it simply won't work. Two different women can design the same top, but they will be using different bodice blocks to begin with. So of course the patterns will be very similar, but they will be different. That's why one base can't work for everyone, and obviously one ready pattern can't work for everyone either. Sometimes when I share a garment garment that I made for myself, for my body, my fit preferences, my personal style, I get a comment like, yeah, nice, but it wouldn't work for my body because. Yes, you are correct, because I did not make it for your body or your style preferences. I made it for me. And that's the whole beauty of pattern drafting. Once you understand how to design and make clothes based on you, your measurements, your body type, your style preferences, you don't have to compromise and make something simply cause. You can see a design for the dress, for example, understand what doesn't work for you, change it, tweak it, so you can keep the idea of the dress design, but make it work for your body. Ready sewing patterns give you some sort of shapes, and they may be graded, and maybe your measurements are somewhere in there, and there is a set of instructions, follow, hope for the best, maybe it works. I find it really confusing, and it's much easier just to start working with your measurements as a base and design for yourself from the start. And I guarantee it's much easier than you think. We also have a complimentary style guide that comes with every course, so you can actually learn what works for your body and stop wasting time trying to make a garment that by default won't work for you. It doesn't mean that you are limiting your options and you can never ever wear a jacket like that or a dress like that. No, but you want to be looking for the shapes that work for your body. And if you see something that you love, you don't have to try to recreate this exact design. So the general idea can be the same, but execution will be different because you'll be making it for you. And that's, to me, is the true beauty of clothes making. And when you only copy a ready sewing pattern, you skip this entire step. You are stitching without designing. And that's why so many people say, I don't understand what happened. I was following the pattern precisely. I copied it correctly. I followed the instructions, but the fit is still off. Of course it is. This pattern was never designed for your body. Understanding design is way more important than having perfect stitches. Sewing better will not make your clothes fit better. Better sewing is achieved by simply practicing, by showing up and doing this again and again and again. But the real skill you want to learn is the design skill, because this is the secret to the good fit, not the stitching. The era of cookie cutter and uniform clothes is over. There is no one universal body, and there should not be one universal pattern. You don't need someone else to design a pattern for you. You can absolutely do it yourself. So if you're tired of constant guesswork with ready patterns and you want to learn how to design and make clothes based on your body, then I do invite you to check our online courses. I'll leave the link below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.